Hello fellow YouTubers and welcome back to Disabled DN. I'm German DND and today's video is gonna be a review of the PDF supplement Cinematic Environs Desert Wastes. It's done by Davae Breon Jaxon and released by Critical Hit Publishing. You may find this available at Drive-Thru-RPG. This supplement actually kind of surprised me because it's a topic I've been thinking about quite a bit lately with how to make the terrain and the environment that your players are in a session come alive and have an impact on what's going on. The artwork is phenomenal. I thought that they did a really good job with that. The layout's easy to understand, the format that's easy to follow along with. They do an introduction that is pretty good, in which they explain what they call the rule of three. And this is kind of how many checks they should have in a setting. So, in a realistic brutal setting, one ability check or save is to overcome obstacles. In a gritty setting, but a little bit more adventurous, you will allow two. But for a high action, over the top cinematic film, they say to allow 3 different ability checks or saves. Which I thought was a good setup. So I really like the introduction involving this rule of 3. Then they go into talking a little bit about using what they call an environ, which is short for environment, obviously. And they talk a little bit about the flavor, what kind of pressure you should put on the, and what happens is with changes, and how to change the environment. So I really like this. They include difficulty class checks and a small chart, which I thought was very nicely done. And they give some definitions for common terms like advantage, disadvantage, blinded, deafened, exhausted. But I thought it was really nice that they included these here so that we didn't have to go check the Dungeon Master's Guide or the Player's Handbook just to remember what something means. So I thought that was well done. And because this particular PDF is about desert waste, it deals with deserts. And they talk about stuff like heat exhaustion, heat stroke, the ability to get food and water, what happens when metal gets hot, navigation, and then they go into natural or supernatural fauna, sun blindness, other things you would experience in the desert, which I thought was well done. They also give an example of some desert hazards, such as sandstorms, flash floods, salt flats, things of those magnitude, the sand. All this is really well done. It really helped me think about the details I add to a campaign. And session by describing my environment. It made me realize that I don't often do enough of this. Yes. They also include a new background specifically for people who are from a desert wasteland, which I thought was really nice because several of my characters come from a desert. And I've always taken Outlander or Outcast background because it was the only one that came close to fitting. So I thought this was pretty well done, definitely useful, and I'm interested in seeing more of the environments. And it also got me to thinking because one of the PDF supplements I'm working on is similar to this. In that it is one PDF supplement that covers all the different landscapes and terrains, or at least a good chunk of them. But they deal more with the basics of what each landscape is, whereas in the supplement I plan on doing, we include a bit more of what kind of creatures and races might live there. But we also plan on showing 3 different ways of using the same landscape. So like a desert, for example, you would have the normal desert, which is what this supplement shows. You would have what we call an exotic desert, which is just basically a normal desert, but with features and creatures and plants that you wouldn't think would be there, because it's a fantasy type setting. And then we have what we call our dark terrain. In this case, it would be a dark desert, and it would be showing a way of making it a creepy feel. So this gave me some very good insight into what's already been released, and caused me to think on my own supplement, which is a good thing. But overall, I really enjoyed reading through this supplement. I thought it was well done, and that it was something that the community's been needing for a while. I hope, because it's just something that hasn't really been done much of. So I would suggest everyone check the supplement out. You can get it at DriveThruRPG. And thanks for listening. And as always, may the dice roll in your favor.